Students, today we start the fourth lesson of fifth class, that is We the Travelers Second. In that subject, in each of the following, there are two groups of numbers. There are two groups of numbers. Look carefully which groups are what. The numbers in each group and their sum. Interchange pairs of numbers between the two groups to make their sums equal. There are two groups and each group have given sums. You have to interchange the pairs of numbers between the two groups to make their sums equal. In the first group, the sum of the number is 19. In the second group, the sum of the number is 21. You have to interchange the numbers in such a way that the sum of the two groups are equal. You have to watch this. Try to do this using the least number of moves. You could write each number on a small piece of paper. Then you can write it in a small piece of paper. In the first group, the numbers are 1, 2, 7, 9 and their sum is 19. In the second group, the numbers are 3, 4, 5, 9 and their sum is 21. You have to change the numbers between the two groups or interchange the numbers between the two groups in such a way at least numbers. As a result, the sum of the two groups are equal. You have to try to do this using the least number of moves. So least number of moves, first you try. If you interchange 1, 3, 3 comes to first group, 1 goes to second group. In that case, 2 more in the second group, that is 21. And in the case of group 2, 2 less, that becomes 19. So the sums are not equal. If we interchange 1 and 3 between the two groups, the sum are not equal in two groups. In this way, you can interchange the numbers. If you interchange 2, 5, 2 and 5, 5 comes to first group, 2 goes to second group. After 5 comes to the first group, the sum becomes 3 more because 5 is 3 more than 2. So the sum becomes 22. If 2 comes to second group, then 3 less. That means 21 less, that is 18. So it cannot be happened. 1 plus 5 is equal to 6, 6, 7, 13. 13 plus 9 is equal to 22. Secondly, in that case, 3 plus 4 is equal to 7, 7 plus 2 is equal to 9, 9 plus 9 is equal to 18. So that trick is not happened in this case. So you have to choose how to interchange the numbers. As a result, the sums are equal. Here you watch that 21 is 2 more than 19. Here you watch that 21 is 2 more than 19. You have to change such numbers. As a result, 2 or the 1, as the 21 is 2 more than 19, so 2 is divided by 2, that is 1. You have to take 1 to the first group. As a result, the sum is to be 20. If you one less in second group, then the sum be 20. So you have to interchange the numbers in a such a way that as a result 1 is necessary for the first group and 1 less is necessary in the second group. In this way you can interchange the numbers. If we take interchange 2 and 3, if we interchange 2 and 3, if 3 comes to first group, 1 becomes more. So the sum to be 20. If 2 comes to second group, 1 less in the second group. As a result, the sum be 20. So in the both cases, the sum of the two groups becomes equal. So you interchange 2 and 3. 3 comes to first group, 2 goes to second group. After coming 3 to the first group, the sum becomes 1 plus 3 is equal to 4, 4 plus 7 is equal to 19, 19 plus 9, 1 plus 3 is equal to 4, 4 plus 7 is equal to 11, 11 plus 9 is equal to 20. When 2 comes to second group, 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 5 is 11, 11 plus 9 is equal to 21. That is the right answer. So we interchange 2 and 3. We interchange 2 in the first group and 3 in the second group, then the sum becomes equal. Okay? In this way, you try the second group. You try the second group. What happens in this case? In the first group, the numbers are 5, 7, 12, 15. In second group, the numbers are 9, 11, 13, 14. The sum of the first group is 39. The sum of the second group is 47. So, first you watch which number is how much more than the other number. First you watch the sum of the first number or second number, which is more than the other group. In this case, the sum of the second groups is more than the sum of the first group. How much? 47 in case of second group, the sum of the numbers is 47. In the case of first group, the sum of the numbers is 39. So 47 is 8 more than 39. 47 is 8 more than 39. You divide 8 by 2 as there are two groups, that is 4. You have to take the less group, more 4, then subtract 4 in the second group. In this way, you can solve this problem. So, you watch which number is 4 more than the other number. You take the larger number to the first group. You take the larger number from the second group to the first group, whose difference is 4. 9 and 5. The difference between 9 and 5 is 4. So you can interchange the two numbers. 9 comes to first group, 5 goes to second group. Then your problem is solved. If 9 comes to first group, the sum becomes 9 plus 7 is equal to 16. 16 plus 12 is equal to 28. 28 plus 15 is equal to 43. In other case, 5 comes to second group. So 5 plus 11 is equal to 16. 16 plus 13 is equal to 29. 29 plus 14 is equal to 43. So the problem is solved. To watch that type of sum, first you see which group's sum is more than the other sum of the group, and how much. Here in the second case, 47 is more than 39, or the sum of the second groups is more than the first group. How much? Now 8. Then you divide 8 by 2, that is 4. So you compare or interchange the numbers in such a way that one number is more than other number by 4 or less than 4. So the difference between 9 5 is equal to 4. 11 7 be interchange, it can be possible. 11 7 interchange can be possible. 13 12 is not possible. 14 15 is not possible. 11 15 possible, because the difference between 11 15 is 4. 13 15 is not possible. 14 12 is not possible. 7 13 is not possible. 9 7 is not possible. So there are three types of interchange in that case. One is 5 9, other is 11 and 7, the difference is 4, and third is 15 11. In three ways you can interchange the numbers. But your question is least number of moves. You have to take least number of moves, that is 1. Okay, then comes to number 3. In three numbers, you watch the numbers say 11 15 19 23. In that case sum is 68. In other group 13 17 21 25, the sum is 76. The difference between the two groups is 8. 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. So you have to interchange the two numbers in such a way that the difference between the two numbers is 4. So you watch which numbers difference is 4. 21 23, it is not possible. 19 25, not possible. 17 19, not possible. 13 19, it is not possible. So you watch which numbers the difference between the two numbers is 4. Which case it can be possible. 13 9 11, it is not possible. 17 11, it is not possible. 21 23, 21 23 is not possible. 15 21, it is not possible. So you watch which case it is possible. In this case, you take two groups of interchange. One is 17 15, the difference between 17 15 is 2. In other case 21 23, the difference is also 2. 2 plus 2, that is 4. You can interchange 17 15, can be interchanged. Secondly 25 23, not 21 23, because 21 is less than 23, greater number from the second group. So the 25 and 23, then the problem is solved. Like this you can solve the problem 4. These are the sums you have already known. Then comes to fuel arithmetic. Fuel means oil, different types of oils. Different vehicles need different quantities of fuel. This quantity can vary from 5 to 15 liters in case of motorbikes, and 15 to 50 liters in case of cars, 150 to 500 liters in case of trucks and other vehicles. In that case, you must save fuel as it is a limited resource. Reducing the fuel uses also helps in cutting down pollution. Electric vehicles are now available that helps conserve natural fuel and reduce pollution. So you always try how to save the fuel. A lorry has 28 liters of fuel in its tank. Lorry has a tank that capacity is 28 liters. An additional 75 liters is filled. What is the total quantity of fuel in the lorry? A lorry has 28 liters of fuel in its tank, and already 28 liters of fuel in its tank. Then additional 75 liters is filled. What is the total quantity of fuel in the lorry? You have to find out what is the total amount of fuel. In the first case, the fuel already present in the lorry is 28. Then additional 75 liters of fuel is added. And what is the quantity of the fuel in that lorry? You have to add those two numbers. One is 28 and other is 75. When you add those two numbers, first you write the place numbers. In 28, unit plus digit is 8, or the 1 plus digit is 8. 10 plus digit is 2. In the second case, 75, 1 plus digit is 5, 10 plus digit is 7. Then you add, that is the 1 plus O, that is the 10 plus T, before it, that is the 100 plus. In this case, you needs 3 places, ones, tens and hundreds. First add 8, 5. When you add 8, 5, that is the 13. 1 takes to 10 plus. Then add 1 plus 2 plus 7, that is 10. Then takes 1 to the 100 place. Then plus 1, that is 103. So total amount of oil that is in the lorry is 103 liter. Similarly, you can add 49 and 89. Let us try one more, that is 49 and 89. Similarly, you can add 49 and 89. In 49, 1 plus digit is 9, 10 plus digit is 4, O, T and H, 100. O means for ones, T means for tens, H means for hundreds. First you add 9 plus 9. So 9 plus 9 is equal to 18. 1 is taken to 10 plus digit. So 1 plus 4 plus 8 is equal to 13. 1 is taken to 100 plus. Then comes down 1. So the sum of the 49 and 89 is 138. In this way, you can solve those problems. Here are the following numbers. Wherever possible, find easier ways to add the pairs of numbers. You have to select the easiest way in which way you can solve it. First of all, you write the place in this way. Divide in 3 parts. First is ones, second is tens, third is hundreds. That is the place. Here the first number is 15. So you put 1 in 10 place and 5 in 1 place. In second line, you can write 79. That is 9 at the 7. Then add it. 5 plus 9 is equal to 14. 1 takes to 10 place. Here you have to place a gap. that is 1 goes there. 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 7 is 9, that is 94. The sum is 94. In this way you can add those numbers. Secondly, I also solve another one. Here we got it in 3 or 4 parts, that is ones, tens and hundreds. It is the gapless. We write 69 plus 20, 69. Here we write 69. In other, we write 20, 20. Then we add 9 plus 0, that is 9. 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. So the sum is 89. In this way, we add any two numbers, then you find out the sum. Then the relationship between the addition and subtraction. What are the relationship between addition and subtraction? In that case, you have given in A, if 46 plus 21 is equal to 67, then 67 minus 21 is equal to what? And 67 minus 46 is equal to what? When 67, 21 subtracted 67, the answer is other one. There are three numbers, 46 plus 21, 67. 67 is here, 21 is here, so the answer is 46. 67 minus 21 is equal to 47. Secondly, 67 minus 46 is equal to 21. That is the 21. Similarly, you write other answer. In the second case, if 198 minus 98 is equal to 100, then 100 plus dash is equal to 198. When minus sign is here, so it turns to plus sign. 100 plus 98 is equal to 198. Because in this case, the larger number is given, so you have to add. But in the first case, the larger number is 67, larger number is placed first, so the answer is other two numbers, out of the other two numbers. But in case of B, the larger number is here, 198, so you add other two numbers, that is 100 plus 98. In second case, larger number is first. When the larger is in the first position, then you subtract. When the larger number is after equal to, then that should be added. In the third case is also here 189 plus 98 is equal to 287. Here 287 minus 98 is equal to dash, because the larger number is placed at the first. So in this case you subtract this. In the second case is also same. In second number, in each of the following, write the subtraction addition sentences that follow from the given sentences. Like 1, you can solve it in the second case. If 78 plus 164 is equal to 242, then how many types you can write? You can write 242 minus 78 is equal to 164, or 242 minus 164 is equal to 78. The two ways can be happened. In the case of subtraction, you can write 784 plus 137 is equal to 921. 784 plus 137 is equal to 921. Or you can write 921 minus 784 is equal to 137. In two ways you can write. Similarly, in third case, same. More fuel arithmetic. Minibus has 18 liters of fuel left after refilling. The fuel meter indicates 65 liters. How much fuel has been filled in the fuel tank of the minibus? Here, the minibus has 18 liters of fuel. After refilling, the fuel indicates 65. Some amount of fuel is added. After that, the total amount of fuel is 65. How much fuel is filled in the tank of minibus? You have to subtract 18 from 65. Then you can get the answer. You have to subtract. In the case of subtraction, that is the table. Here, ones, tens, and the hundreds. You have to subtract 65 minus 18. First of all, you subtract 5 to 8. As the 5 is less, you take 1 from 6. So that is 15. 15 minus 8 is equal to 7. As 1 goes to unit plus digit, it remains 5. 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. That is 47. The answer is 47. That is the answer. Then goes to number. Then let us solve that problem. What is the difference between 82 and 37? In this way, you can find out what is the difference between 82 and 37. Here 2 is less than 7. So, using the place value, you take 1 from the 10 place. In the 10 place, the number is 8. When 1 goes to 1 place, remains 7. So, that is 12. 12 minus 7 is equal to 5. 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. That is the answer. That means 37 plus dash is equal to 82. 37 plus, after subtracting the number, that is 12, 7 is equal to 5, 7, 3 is equal to 4. 4, 5. 37 plus 45 is equal to 82. In similar way, you can find out those subtraction. Sums of consecutive numbers. Then, what is the consecutive numbers? The numbers that follow one another in order without skipping any number are called the consecutive numbers. What is consecutive number? Numbers that follow one another in order. Order means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is the order. Without skipping any number are called the consecutive numbers. Here are the consecutive number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the 29, 30, 31, 32, 512, 513, like this. Those are called the consecutive numbers. Similarly, other consecutive numbers here is 1 plus 2, 2 plus 3, 3 plus 4, 4 plus 5. There are two consecutive numbers. In this case, the 3 consecutive number. In this case, the 4 consecutive number. In each of the boxes above, state whether the sums are even or odd. Explain why this is happening. When we add two consecutive numbers, out of the two consecutive numbers, if one number is odd and other number is even, the answer is odd. If one number is odd and other number is even, then the answer is odd. Similarly, in this case, that will happen. 1 plus 2, 1 is odd number, 2 is even number. When we add 1 even and 1 odd, the answer is odd. So the 3 is odd. 2 plus 3, that is 5, 5 is also odd. 3 plus 4, that is also odd, 7. 9 is odd. The sum of the two numbers, out of which one is odd and other is even, the sum is always odd. And the difference between the sum of the difference between two consecutive numbers is 2. If the two 3 numbers, the difference is 3. If the 4 numbers, the difference is 4. Similarly, if there are 5 consecutive numbers, then the sum difference is 5. The sum difference is always depends upon the number of consecutive numbers. In second case, what is the difference between the two successive sums in each box? Is it the same throughout? The answer is no. It is not same in all cases. In the case of table 1, the difference is 2 because there are two consecutive numbers. In the case of table 2, the difference between the sum of the numbers is 3 as there are 3 consecutive numbers. In the case of table 3, difference is 4 as there are 4 consecutive numbers. What will be the difference between the two successive sums for dash 5 consecutive number? So the difference is 5. The difference depends upon the number of consecutive numbers. So 6 consecutive numbers, the difference is 6, like this. So these are the answer of the consecutive numbers. Then let us see some more interesting patterns in the sum. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 6. 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 9. 3 plus 4 plus 5 is equal to 12. In similar way, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 10. 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 is equal to 14. 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 is equal to 18. Then 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 is equal to 16. Similarly, in those cases that is happened. Notice how the sum is 3, 4, 5. Consecutive numbers are related to the numbers being added. Use your understanding to find the following sums without adding the numbers directly. In this case, 1 plus 2 plus 3, the sum is 1 plus 3, that is the 4. 1 is the odd number, 3 is the odd number. Addition of the two odd number is the even number. So the even number 2 plus 4, that is 6. If we add two odd number, the answer is even number. If we add two even number, the answer is also even number. In second case, that is also happened. 2 plus 4, that is 6. 6 plus 3, that is 9. 3 plus 5, that is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. That means 2 plus 4 is equal to 9. 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. 6 plus 3, that is 9. Similarly, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 10. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. 1 plus 5 is equal to 5. That is 10. Or 5 into 2, that is 10. In the second case, 7 into 2, that is 14. In third case, 9 into 2 is equal to 18. Similarly, you can get those numbers. Since like this, 67 plus 68 plus 69. You have to add those numbers, then you get the answer. Students, today we discuss about the longest land route and the adding large numbers. Here we discuss about how to add the large numbers. In this case, you see the map of India. The longest distance one can travel by road is between Tanul in Russia and Segres in Portugal. The distance is 15,150 km long. In 2019, the north-south corridor was the longest land route within India. In 2019, the longest distance in India between north and south and the starting from Srinagar in Jammu Kashmir and ending at Kanyakumari in Tamil Nadu. That starts from Jammu Kashmir and ends at Kanyakumari. That is the longest distance in India. One of the places on the north-south corridor was 1855 km from Srinagar. One place on the north-south corridor was 1855. One place is 1855. Other place is also 1862 km from Kanyakumari. Other place, other distance is from Kanyakumari is 1862. You have to find out the total length from north to south corridor in 2019. There is a place on the north-south corridor whose distance is 1855 from Srinagar and 1862 km from Kanyakumari. You have to find out the total distance of the north-south corridor in 2019. In this case, you have to add those two numbers. One number is 1855, other is 1862. First place is ones, second is tens, third is hundreds, fourth is thousands. You add those two numbers. 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. 6 plus 5 is equal to 11. You can carry 1 to the 100 place. Then add 8 plus 8 is equal to 16. 16 plus 1 is equal to 17. Then carry 1 to the 1000 place. 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3. So the total distance between north and south corridor in India is 3717. That is the answer. Here is a place which is 1885 km from Srinagar or Jammu Kashmir and 1852, that is from Kanyakumari. The total distance between north and south corridor is 3717. That is the answer. Then what is the examples of next? Students, then is let us try finding the sum of 5-digit numbers. Here we add or find the sum of 4-digit number. Then how to add 5-digit numbers? In this case, Mahesh and his family decide to drive from Srinagar to Kanyakumari. He spends 21,880 on fuel and toll tax, 38,900 on other expenses during this journey. Once Mahesh and his family decided to drive to Srinagar to Kanyakumari, in that journey they spent 21,880 on fuel and toll tax and 38,900 on other expenses. You have to find out how much they spent in total. So you add the two numbers. One is 21,880. Second is 38,900. You add those two 5-digit number. First that is the ones, second is tens, third is hundreds, 4 is thousands, 5 is 10,000. Here is the gap. You can carry the numbers. So first you add 0 plus 0, that is 0. 8 plus 0 is equal to 8. 9 plus 8 is equal to 17. Then carry 1 to the 1000 place. Then 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. 2 plus 8 is equal to 10. 1 carry to 10,000 place, then add 3 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 60. That is 60,780. That means 60,780. The total amount spent is 60,780. If we keep the digits aligned, ones below ones, tens below tens, and so on, we do not need to label each place value. Then you have to add without labels. Then you can find out the addition of the two numbers. Then students, as you learnt earlier, the longest land route is 15,150 km between Talon in Russia and Sagres in Portugal. The longest highway in Africa is 10,228 km long, connecting the cities of Cairo in Egypt and Cape Town in South Africa. How much longer is the land route between Talon and Sagres compared to the highway between Cairo and Cape Town? You have to find out how much longer the first distance than the second distance. The first distance is 15,150, second distance is 10,228. You have to find out how much longer is first distance from second distance. Here you write the first distance 15,150, that is the 1 place, that is the 10 place, that is the 100 place, that is the 1000 place, that is the 10,000 place. Those are the numbers. First you write to 15,150. Second is 10,228. You subtract those two numbers. First you write the bigger number or the greater number. Then you put the smaller number below it. Then subtract it. Out of the 15,150 and 10,228, 15,150 is greater. So you put first 15,150. 10,228 is smaller, so you put it below it. Then subtract. Now 0, you have to subtract 8 from 0. 0 is less, so you carry 1 from 10 plus digit. After carrying 1 from 10 plus digit, it becomes 10. So you subtract 10, 8 from 10, that is 2. As you carry 1 from 10 place, so 1 is less in case of 10 place. As in 10 place is 5, after lose 1, it becomes 4. 4 minus 2, that is 2. Then it remains 1 and 2. 1 is smaller than 2, so you carry 1 from 1000 plus, so it becomes 11. It becomes 11. You subtract 2 from 11. When you subtract 2 from 11, that will be 9. As 1 is carried to 100 plus, so it becomes less 1, that is 4. 4 minus 0, that is 4. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So the answer is 4,922. 4,922 is greater than the second distance. The land route connecting the Tel and Sagres is 4,922 km longer than the road connecting the Cairo and Cape Town. Like this, here too we can try not to write the positions of the digits and align the numbers appropriately. Without writing the place value or the align, how can we add or subtract those two numbers? There are some problems here. You have to solve those problems. Let us solve. That is, subtract the following. Try not to write 10,000, 1,000, 100, 10 and ones at the top. Align the digits carefully. Like this. You will not have written the align line. That means without align line, you subtract those numbers. One is 4,578, other is 2,222. In that case, you first watch which is the greater number. Out of the two numbers, greater number is 4,001A, 4,578. So you write the greater number first, then you write the second number or the smaller number just below it. 2, 2, 2, 2. Then subtract it. That is the subtract mark. In this case, you subtract first 1 plus digit, then 10 plus digit, then 100 plus digit, then 10,000 digit. When you subtract 1 plus digit, 8, 2, you have to subtract 2 from 8, that is 6, then 2 from 7, that is 5, then 2 from 5, that is 3, then 2 from 4, that is 2. So the answer is 2356. That is the answer of first. Second is 15,324, then 11,780. In this case, the larger number is 15,324, so we write it first. Then we write the smaller number, that is 11,780, then subtract those two numbers. First you subtract the 1 plus digit, 4, 0 from 4, that is the same number. Then 8 from 2, as 2 is less than 8, you carry 1 from 3. After carrying 1 from 3, 2 becomes 12. 2 becomes 12. So you subtract 12, 8 from 12, that is 4. As 1 carry to 10 plus digit, so 1 less from 3, that is 2. Now you subtract 7 from 2. But 2 is less than 7, so you carry 1 from 10,000 plus digit. So it becomes 16. After carrying, it becomes 12, not 16, 12. Then subtract 7 from 12, that is 5. As 1 is carried to 100 plus digit, so it becomes 4. 4 minus 1, that is the 3. Then 1 minus 1, that is the 0. So the answer is 3544. In this way, you can solve those three numbers easily. I have solved two problems, then you try other numbers. Then number 2, marriage train journey to Delhi. Number 2 is about journey from to Delhi. Mary is on a train journey. She starts from Calcutta with 12,540 rupees. He starts from Calcutta, travels to Delhi. Total journey, she spends 12,540. She spends 3,275 on food and other expenses during her trip to Varanasi. In Varanasi, her uncle gives her a gift worth 4,900. She then travels to Delhi, spending 2,645 on the train ticket. She spends 1,275 on sovereigns in Delhi. how much money is Mary left with at the end of the Delhi trip. You have to find out how much money remained with Mary after or at the end of the Delhi trip. First of all, he spends 3,275 on food and other expenses during her trip to Varanasi. The total amount he she has taken 12,540, out of which he spent 3,275 on his food and other expenses. But at Varanasi, her uncle gives her a gift worth 4,900. Then he spends 2,645 on the train ticket and 1,275 on sovereigns in Delhi. How much money in is Mary left with at the end of his Delhi trip? So in that case, you have to find out what amount is with Mary, how much he spent in his journey. The total amount is she has taken or she starts his journey with 12,540. His uncle gives a gift 4,900. So the total amount is 12,540 plus 4,900. You have to add those two numbers. That is the total amount she has. So the total amount she has 0, 4, 9 plus 4, that is a 14, carry 1, 4 plus 2, that is 6, plus 1 is equal to 7, 1. 17,440. The total amount she has 17,440. How much he spent? First of all, he spent 3,275. Then he spent 2,645. 2,645. So you add those two numbers first. 5 plus 5, that is the 10, carry 1, 7 plus 1, that is the 8, 8 plus 4 is 12, then carry 1, 2 plus 1, that is 3, 6 plus 3 is 9, then 3 plus 2, that is 5. Then he spends 1,275 on severance. Then again add 1,275. So the total amount he spent is 5,917, 7,195. Total amount she has 17,440. Total amount he spends, that is 7,195. The remaining amount is 17,440 minus 7,195. You subtract those two numbers. As 0 is less, you take 1 from 10 plus digit, so it becomes 10. 10 minus 5, that is 5. 3 remains here. So you carry 1 from 100 place, that becomes 13. 13 minus 9, that is 4. Here is 3. 3 minus 1, that is 2. 7 minus 7 is equal to 0, then 1. That means 10,245 rupees remains with her after Delhi trips. That is the answer. Understood? Then question number 3. What is the question number 3? Question number 3 is members of a school council have raised 70,500. They plan to set up a maths lab with some games and models worth 39,785, buy library books worth 9,545, and purchase sports equipments worth 19,548. First of all, you have to estimate what amount is with you and how many rupees you have spent. So in that case, the total amount is 70,500. The total amount you spend, that is 39,785 plus 9,545 plus 19,548. First of all, you add those three numbers, then subtract that number from 70,500. First question is, estimate whether the school council has raised enough money to make the purchases. Share your thoughts in the class. Number A, have you raised enough money for the same case? Secondly, check your estimate with calculations. Now you check. First of all, you add those three numbers, that is 39,785 plus 9,545 plus 19,548. First you add those two numbers. First, that is 39,785, then plus 9,545 plus 19,548. You have to add those three numbers. First you add those two numbers, then the third number. So 3978 plus 9545 is equal to 39,785. So that is 5 plus 5, that is 0. 8 plus 4 is equal to 12, 13. 7 plus 5, 12 plus 1 is equal to 13. 9 plus 9 is equal to 18. 18 plus 1 is equal to 19. Then 4. Again we write 3, 9, 7, 8, 5, 9, 5, 4, 5. Then add 5, 5, 0, 3, 7, 5, 12 is 13, 9, 9, 8, 9, 4. 49,330. But you have taken 70,000. But now the sum of the two numbers, then again add 49,330 plus 19,548. Add those two numbers. 8, 7, 8, 8, 415, 6. 68,878. Total amount they spent is 68,878. Then subtract. The amount you have near you, 70,500. Then subtract 68,878. Subtract 2, 2, 4, 14, 14, 8. That is a 6, 9, 8, 1. That is the 0. 1,622 rupees remained with you after expenditure. Estimate whether the school council has raised enough money to make the purchases. Share your thoughts in the class. No, because the amount remained with you after spending, that is 1,622. So there is no raise of money. Secondly, check your estimate with calculation. Now you check it. So that is the answer. Fourth number is, a truck can carry 8,250 kg of goods. A factory loads 3,675 kg of cement and 2,850 kg of steel on it. There is a truck that carry 8,250 kg of goods. Factory loads 3,675 kg of cement and 2,850 kg of steel. You have to first add the amount of loading. The amount of loading is 3,675 plus 2,850. First you find out the amount of loading. Then subtract that amount from 8,250. Then you got the answer. First question is, what is the total weight loaded onto the truck? Total weight loaded on the truck is 3675 plus 2850. Total amount of loaded. How much more weight can the truck carry before reaching its maximum capacity? Then you subtract that amount from 8250. Then you get the answer. That is the answer. Next video we learn to you the other quick sums and the differences. Now we remain. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe.